Hi everyone, I'm coming live to you today to talk about how to be like Beyonce. So if you just give me a minute, I'm going to share this in my Big Creative Fun Facebook group. So if you're watching this, please send me some likes, send me some hearts. Let me know that you're watching. And if you're watching the replay, let me know, say hello. If you have any questions, anything that comes up for you from what I'm going to talk about today, please either leave a comment, send me a message. I'd love to hear from you. And I will be starting in just a minute. I'm very excited to talk to you all about Beyonce today. Just pop on Instagram as well. Just give me a couple minutes. We're going to be talking about Beyonce and self-worth. So it's going to be a fun one. If you just give me a couple minutes. Getting there, we're getting there. Okay, and we are live everywhere. Thanks for your patience. Hi everyone, my name's Sarah Mack. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a writer and a mindset coach for creatives. So I'm really passionate about helping creative people, especially artists, coaches, and healers to, get on with doing the work that you're really incredibly skilled at and passionate about, and doing it in a way that you get paid really well so that you are supported, you're reaching more people with your work, you're thriving, you're succeeding, you're having more fun, you're earning more money, because it's all possible for you when you get your mindset in the game. And it's really, really magic, and I'm really passionate about teaching that. So today I'm going to talk about how to be like Beyonce. As you may or may not have seen across my social media, I went to see Beyonce and Jay-Z in New Jersey last week on Friday. The show was incredible. As always, Beyonce always blows me away with her performances. Jay-Z was all right too. And it's my birthday tomorrow, so I've been treating myself by watching the Coachella performance that she did. I think it was it this year or was it even last year? It feels like it's been a long time that I've been waiting to watch this, and I've finally been getting around to it. So, and I've been thinking a lot about self-worth lately, so that's what I'm going to be talking about today. And, how to be like Beyonce and just own your worth and be a queen. Because what I love about how inspiring and how powerful Beyonce is that she really loves and celebrates herself, like to the max. She celebrates her strength, her femininity. She loves her blackness, her Americanness, her roots, her body, her flaws, the problems that she's had in her relationship. She's really vulnerable. She's really, she's really transparent about. She's really authentic. She shows up. She's really passionate about what she does, and she owns her talent to the max. And the impact of that is just mind-blowing. She's inspiring women all around the world, women of all colors. She's got a voice, she's using it. People are really listening, and she's really making an impact through her work by showing up in the way that she does. So I think we all have a thing or two to learn from Beyonce, and I'm going to break that down to talk a little bit about self-worth and what that means and how we can apply that and how we can make the shifts to start being a queen. And because what I'm trying to demonstrate from this example is that when you truly own yourself, all the flaws, all of the amazing skills and talents and abilities, everything that you are, people really resonate with that. People respond to it, and it makes your voice and your message 10 times as powerful as when you don't do that, or you only do it to a certain extent. And of course, I'm still learning from Beyonce as well, every single day. So, and the reason I want to talk about self-worth is because I have been on a big journey through, really understanding what it is, what it means, how it impacts us, and what my relationship with my own self-worth is. And I didn't really realize that I had low self-worth until suddenly it became very clear to me that that was the issue that was really causing a lot of the problems in my life. And, it's really not black and white. Some ways we learn self-worth, and then in some areas of life we are lacking in our knowledge and our ability to practice self-worth. So it's really important to understand the ways that we are maybe holding ourselves back because of some low self-worth in certain areas of our life and our perception of ourselves. And this, this really, really impacts us financially, obviously, number one, because if we don't value ourselves, we don't value the work that we do in the world, and that has a ripple effect. We don't find a way to express that value and to receive, the value in return in terms of how much income we're creating through our skills and our talents and our passions. Obviously, it impacts our happiness. If we don't really value ourselves, the likelihood of us really going for the things that we want drastically diminishes, and we let other people's ideas and opinions take precedent over our own. It obviously impacts our relationships. If we're not happy and we don't love ourselves, it makes us very limited in our capacity to show up, be there, and love other people, whether that's significant others, family, friends. And of course, it impacts our health. If we don't value ourselves, our bodies, and we're not looking after it, then that impacts the quality of our health, our energy levels, and that impacts absolutely everything. So how this has shown up for me in my journey is, as some of you may know, I've talked about it before, I had a massive burnout. It was about, 6 years ago now. And I had chronic fatigue. No, it was a little longer. I've really been better for the last year, but it was about 5 years of struggling with chronic fatigue and severe depression, where I didn't really know what was happening. My body shut down. I couldn't work for whole days, sometimes weeks at a time. I had to quit my career in corporate film production. And, it was my lack of real self-worth and self-value that kept me in a career that wasn't really making me happy and was destroying my health because of the way that I was showing up for it and the way I was trying to live my life, doing the things I was passionate outside of a job. That took a lot of my time and energy. And, through obviously coming up against these really challenging health issues, it left me completely broke and having to climb out of a big financial hole. And I was having to do that, doing things completely differently, because I knew at that point I could not go on doing the things in the same way as I was doing them before. So, and this has really been my journey with self-worth, is just learning really how to show up for myself, how to, actually choose the things that feel good to me, do work that feels good to me, and, brings me money without having to work more hours than I was physically capable of working. I had to learn how to own my value as a person, as a woman, as a creative, and what I had to offer through my skills, talents, and abilities, and to choose to create opportunities for myself that would pay me the money that I wanted to be earning. I needed to make big changes in the way that I was thinking, feeling, acting, investing in myself and my happiness. And I had to get really, really uncomfortable and look at where I was going wrong, what I believed about myself that was causing me to create these results. And do that deep inner work, which is really hard work and it's not fun a lot of the time, but this is what has to be done. And I mean, obviously it's difficult to look at where we've been going wrong, to look at the things that hurt, and work through those painful realities and face up to them. The lessons that I learned from pretty much scraping myself off rock bottom, health-wise and financial-wise, have been completely invaluable and completely transformative. So that's why I'm really passionate about sharing what I've learned with as many people as possible, because I learned how to heal myself mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I literally brought my body and life back into a state of balance. And there was a huge learning curve. I basically spent 3 years doing nothing but figuring out what my body and my emotions, my mind and my spirit needed for me to be thriving, because I definitely wasn't. And in that process, I learned how to create more income than I'd ever earned before, working way less hours, doing work that I really, really love, makes me really happy and energizes me. And you know, it's really about creating that sustainability, creating happiness in a way that is authentic and feels aligned, and is just, you know, what I felt like was me making the most of my life and providing myself with the opportunities that I really, really wanted. So, and you know, since then I've traveled the world, I've lived in 13 different countries, I've launched a copywriting business, I've launched a coaching business, I've recommitted to my music practice, I've got back into writing and performing and collaborating and recording, shooting more videos. So I really have been able to create the life that I really was excited about living. I'm now in New York at the moment, which has been a dream come true. I'm here for the month of August with my partner, and so happy to be here. I love this city so much. So I've, you know, through doing this work, it's opened doors to so many incredible opportunities that make me really, really happy. And so I really believe that it's our job to be curious and decide what we want and to commit to making it happen, because it is possible. You just have to make some uncomfortable changes, but they're not as hard as they feel like they are on the other side of them. And it's really our responsibility to build our own self-worth, because nobody's going to do that for you. But when you do it, and I really do believe that building self-worth is the foundation for any kind of success and happiness, because you can have those exterior, you know, representations of things that you think will make you happy, but if underneath you're not feeling fully satisfied, you're not really accepting who you are and loving who you are at the core, and then working from that place, whatever you create is gonna probably come crumbling down, or it's not gonna give you the satisfaction and fulfillment that you're really seeking. And you know, sometimes this work isn't fun. Like I say, you have to go through a lot of changes, maybe look at some painful stories about yourself that you've been trying to ignore and not bring up for many, many years. But it's actually not as scary as it sounds or it feels like before you do it. And you know what is really fun is the results when you do this work. Incredible shifts can happen when you do this emotional work. Suddenly you see the world differently, you feel completely different, and your results immediately start to shift in your life. Doors open and the fun just starts rolling in. So it's really, really exciting work. And that's why I'm going to be talking about this a lot over the coming weeks. And I wanted to invite you to a free webinar that I'm doing on Wednesday. And it's going to be about how to be like Beyonce and build your self-worth. And I'm going to be sharing the most important work you need to be doing to make sure that you're building your self-worth, you're doing that inner work, and you are creating your happiness and your fulfillment from the inside out. And in doing that, you will, you know, the next steps, the ripple effect will be you'll grow your voice, you'll grow your impact, you'll grow your finances, and you'll be doing it in a way that's really authentic and aligned, that feels good, that's really exciting for you, that's really in line with what you truly desire. And you know, all of those pieces fall into place, but once you start doing this really, really important work. So I'm leaving the link below in my Facebook Lives. It's also in my Instagram bio with Sarah Mack. And it's going to be next Wednesday at 12 p.m. EST, 9 a.m. PST, and 5 p.m. BST. So please register. It's going to be a really, really awesome webinar. I'm going to share lots of the, you know, the most powerful lessons that I've learned throughout the past 6 years. And if you have any comments or questions or concerns or anything that you are particularly focused on working on at the moment, feel free to send me a message. I would love to hear about it and to be able to support you with that. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye.